Order, please. Before we begin this afternoon, in the Speaker's Gallery, I'd like to welcome Harold Miller, who is recognized this afternoon for a member statement. Harold is joined by his wife, Rowena, and his daughters, Carol Ann Ivany and Jennifer Iscock. Welcome. Also in the public gallery, I'd like to welcome good friend and former MHA, Honourable Brian Moore. Also in the public gallery, I'd like to welcome team members and coaches from the Provincial Karate NL team visiting us this afternoon for a member statement.
Hear, hear.
They also advised me if I need further backup, they'll be willing to come down. So, welcome this afternoon. Today, we'll hear statements by the honourable members for Cape St. Francis, Waterford Valley, Bayvert Green Bay, Windsor Lake, Bonavista, and St. John's Centre Whitleave. The Honourable, the member of Cape St. Francis.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise today to recognize an outstanding individual who has been dedicated to the service of others in my district, Mrs. Madonna Galway. Madonna and her late husband, Leo, started the food bank in Torbay 28 years ago, only stepping down as president of the Northeast Avalon Food Bank in November of last year on her 78th birthday. Embracing kindness as a guiding principle, Madonna was endless with empathy, understanding, and commitment to uplifting others through helping reduce hunger in families. Her name is synonymous with a community volunteer, as she loved to answer the call from those in need, creating a lasting impact on the thousands of people that she has helped. Campaigning, fundraising, and lobbying for 28 years to keep the doors open, helping keeping food on the table through food hamper distribution was her mission. Organizing and facilitating the countless hamper distributions, ensuring the shelves were filled, accepting food and monetary donations, while serving the communities on the Killick Coast was always done with kindness and respect. Speaker, I ask my colleagues of this 50th General Assembly to join me in thanking Madonna Galway for her years of service, commitment, and engagement to community. It is certainly appreciated by many. Thank you.
The Honourable, the member of Waterford Valley.
Thank you. As we reflect on the season of Ramadan, Passover, and Easter, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the importance of this time for so many families in our province. Easter is a time of renewal, hope, and togetherness, when families gather to celebrate traditions and create memories. We are reminded in the strength that's found in all our small, medium, and larger communities. This spring, I've been inspired by many of the generosity shown by so many in our district, from food drives to Easter basket donations for the less fortunate. The spirit of giving is alive and well in the community. I'd like to thank local organizations, churches, and volunteer groups, and the residents who diligently ensure everyone can experience this joy. I'd also like to encourage everyone to continue supporting the local businesses, from the florists to the chocolatiers, or perhaps maybe an evening out at a restaurant. Shopping local and shopping around strengthens our communities and reinforces the value of work. As we move forward into spring, let us all carry the spirit of this season within ourselves, a good deed, a kind word, and a gift of time with family and friends. Thank you, Speaker.
The Honourable, the member of Bayvert Green Bay.
Speaker, Springdale Silver Gliders 50th anniversary. Last month, the Silver Gliders Figure Skating Club celebrated their golden anniversary. For half a century, the Silver Gliders have been a sharp-edged example in the Green Bay area, inspiring skaters of all ages with their dedication and on-ice talent. This notable milestone in their club's history is a testament to the commitment of every skater who has ever laced up their skates, every coach who has guided them, and every volunteer who has dedicated time to make the club a success. All those that have supported the Silver Gliders over the past 5 decades are to be commended, as their efforts and often untiring time commitments have helped to not only shape generations of young skaters, but to create a love of sport and recreation. Most notably, it has fostered a lasting impact of community-mindedness in the Green Bay area. During the year of sport in Newfoundland and Labrador, it is great to see participation with the Silver Gliders growing. And I note that spectators were truly entertained by their artistic ice show, the greatest show on ice, on the 29th of March in Springdale. I invite all MHAs to salute with me the Silver Gliders Figure Skating Club for their golden milestone.
The Honourable Member for Windsor Lake.
Thank you, Speaker. I rise in this Honourable House to recognize the 10 junior and senior athletes of Karate NL who recently competed in the 2025 Karate Canada National Championships in Richmond, British Columbia from April 3rd to April 6th. Team members include Jane Fancy, Jack Fancy, Ian Fraser, Jack Tilley, all of whom live in the district of Windsor Lake, and Alexander Sims, Avery Noftel, John Ayers, Grace Noseworthy, Grayson Olford, and Emily Regler. Along with coaches Nathaniel Besso and Colby Besso, team manager Leanne Fancy, and assistant team manager Dale Fraser. Through their hard work, discipline, and dedication, 2 of the 10 athletes came home with bronze medals. Jane Fancy, who earned 2 bronze medals, and Emily Regler, who earned 1. With these medals, both these athletes have secured their place on the Canadian national team roster for Team Canada. I ask all honourable members to join me in congratulating our provincial Karate NL team.
The Honourable Member for Bonavista Vista.
Thank you, Speaker. On December the 6th, 1987, a crew member aboard the Newfoundland-based trawler Atlantic Elizabeth went overboard. Harold Miller of Burgoyne's Cove was also a crew member. A life ring attached to a line was thrown to the man, who was wearing a floater vest, but he drifted out of sight in the darkness. The vessel came about, located him with searchlights, and the crew threw him another life ring, which he was able to grasp. Aware that the man was losing consciousness in the cold water, Harold dove in and swam to his aid. He reached the now unconscious man and, holding his head above water in the heavy seas, brought him alongside the vessel. Harold received the Medal of Bravery for this in 1989. Remarkably, in 1981, Harold received the Cross of Valor, the highest civilian honor to recognize bravery in Canada. With the late Martin Sevier, both were honored for saving the lives of 12 crew members on a trawler, trapped in strong seas, heavily iced over, in imminent danger of capsizing. This occurred in November 1978, 13 kilometers from Nain, Labrador, while battling 1.5-meter waves in a 6-meter motorboat. I asked the members of the 50th House of Assembly to join me in celebrating the courage and bravery of Harold Miller.
The Honourable, the member for St. John's Centre with leave. Does the member have leave? Leave is granted. The Honourable, the member for St. John's Centre.
Thank you, Speaker. Newbornlander is more than a children's clothing store. It's a social enterprise dedicated to sustainable, high-quality, locally made clothing for children that's rooted in Costanza Safatle's commitment to social justice, empowerment, and community. Constanza immigrated with her husband and young family in 2015, a commercial lawyer in Chile, but unable to practice law in her new home, Costanza redefined herself. From sewing clothing for her children, she started Newfoundlander as a social enterprise in 2017, making baby accessories and providing meaningful employment for immigrant women. Costanza understood the social isolation experienced by many newcomer women, especially if they lack the education and opportunities. Costanza believes people have a strong sense of belonging when they can give back to society. Last year, with funding from the North Pine Foundation and the provincial government, she created Sewing for Hope program to empower women, build confidence and independence. The program will provide over 120 women with the opportunity to learn computer and sewing skills, to socialize, improve their English, gain employment experience, and most importantly, continue their education. Speaker, in a world where differences and intolerance threaten to divide us, Newfoundlander offers welcome, connection, and hope for women seeking to make Newfoundland and Labrador their home. Thank you.
Statements by ministers. The Honourable Minister for Mental Health and Addictions.
Speaker, this past weekend marked the beginning of a new era of mental health and addictions treatment in Newfoundland and Labrador. Our province's new Mental Health and Addiction Centre opened, replacing the 170-year-old Waterford Hospital with a modern space that is patient-centred and more conducive to recovery and healing. The new centre has 102 inpatient beds with another 14 acute care rooms at the Health Sciences Centre for a total of 116 beds in the metro region. We are excited that this new facility has been well received by individuals with experience of mental illness and addictions, family members, local advocates, and the community. Speaker, we remain focused on improving mental health and addiction services for Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. Budget 2025 included funding to support services throughout all regions of the province, such as expanding addiction treatment services, establishing step-down mental health facilities and wraparound community-based supports, additional naloxone kits, continued investment in the harm reduction team, and expanding the services of the opioid dependence treatment hubs. Speaker, we're really excited about this new era for mental health and addictions treatment. With this new facility, 6 beds in Labrador, 24 beds in central Newfoundland, and 20 beds in western Newfoundland, we are ensuring people can receive mental health and substance use care closer to home and live a life of meaning and wellness. Thank you, Speaker.